Hello and welcome to The One Show with Matt Baker.
And Alex Jones. Now, tonight's guests are the stars of a film that broke UK box office records on its opening weekend.
Yes, they're known as the Inbetweeners. And this is the sort of situation they end up in.
You don't just walk up to a girl in a club and introduce yourself. It's creepy. Look, you dance over near them, make the eyes, then get them to dance with you.
Really? Annoyingly, that does sound right.
Yes, please welcome Simon Bird, James Buckley, Joe Thomas and Blake Harrison, the Inbetweeners. Good to have you with us, lads.
Yeah, very nice to have you here. It's quite funny watching you watch that clip. Simon looked really uncomfortable. Now, lots
The thing
of
is,
our...
that is me dancing to the best of my
Is
ability.
it?
Yeah. That's not in character. That is me
effective,
dancing.
Oh, it's a good little move.
Thanks
though.
very much.
Good, yeah.
And no doubt people ask you to do that wherever you go.
They do, yeah, and no doubt I refuse.
So, by some of our audience may not be familiar with the Inbetweeners.
What?
So, I know it's a shocking statement, but what would be your definition of an Inbetweener?
It's the sort of slightly inadequate adolescent male.
i.e. adolescent males.
Yeah.
Across the board.
Yeah.
OK, well, we found this picture of Matt. It's a lovely picture.
I can go with that, yeah.
He's in
Wow.
in-betweener age.
Oh, yeah.
In
Yeah.
his high-vis jacket on the farm, as per. What sort of in-betweener do you think Matt would make, James?
What's going on?
Well, it's a farm vehicle. That's a quad. I'm out there with my dogs. I'm not sure what age I am. I'm probably around sort of 16-ish or something like that. But anyway, yeah, high vis, so prepared for any situation.
Nice,
really.
yeah.
I think you've actually...
Will would wear a high vis, I think.
Yeah.
Jay would wear a quad.
James
Would
is
ride a
just
quad.
utterly baffled by my life.
You've got a bit more... Are you looking like you kind of got a bit about you in that?
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
kind
no,
of got
thanks,
your own
man.
vehicle.
Oh, yeah, independent.
It's, so you're able to, impress girls because you've
Always
got a set of
off, yeah.
wheels.
Or
That's good.
dogs.
Or dogs.
Yeah,
You've got many dogs in that one, but no doubt, girls later on.
The dogs show a loving side
They
to
do,
you.
they
which
do.
is
Nice,
attractive to the
nice
ladies.
blend.
Yeah.
You've got,
You've ticked all the boxes.
you've got what I assume is a designer coat on. So you're earning a bit of money. So yeah,
You
it's-
got a nifty cap.
Enough about me. Enough about me. Go on,
You
James.
that picture, though, where you had to go take a picture of this.
It was a little pup, actually,
Oh,
that was
okay.
on my lap there.
all right.
First trip on the quad. Anyway, enough about me. More about you.
winding up a bit.
Let's talk about Cyprus, because you ended up over there because the British forces are a big fan of your work. But you ended up in a sort of a classic in-between situation here.
So this is us.
That's you in the blue helmets there.
That's us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's and that's us boxing.
Really? You're fighting each other there.
Yeah, we
And they
fought some soldiers as well, but...
And that's just that was a tiny finish there.
God, I'm
Yeah.
so embarrassed you showed that.
Can we just clarify what you were doing in Cyprus?
Yeah, it's not quite clear from that. Yeah.
It's not quite clear from that.
Well, we went out basically just to visit some of the troops. I mean, it was simple as that.
Yeah.
Just to,
We get
say-
like I get sort of tweets or letters and things
Brilliant.
from guys and girls that say, we were in the worst place on the planet, having a real rough time, and we passed around your DVD, and it made us all laugh. And so thanks. And that just really, really hit home with us.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we wanted to go out and
Say thanks.
go and meet them and play a bit of football and get beaten up by them.
Beaten up. That's a great thing to do, though, isn't it?
It was great fun.
Good. Now, for most of us, being an in-betweener is a rite of passage that we all have to go through.
Yes, but compared to some of the on-screen antics that these lads get up to, fact can still be stranger than fiction.
You could do that.
Thank you to everybody who
Yes.
was part of that. Yes, let's have a ripple of applause for everyone there. Now, The Inbetweeners, it started as a TV series. You've just, on DVD now is the second movie. So let's just talk briefly about the plot, because it's a bit of a take on the old Student Traveller, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. It's sort of it's a gap year film, I suppose. It's Jay has moved to Australia to spend the year living with his uncle, and the three of us who are sort of with Simon and Will are both at university, and Neil has got a job. We just decided to take some time out and go visit him, and it's basically about us travelling around Australia. It's strange promoting it on the One Show because there's so much in the film that we can't mention.
Well, this is the
That is
point,
true.
actually. I had a very embarrassing situation this morning on the train on the way here because
This is
I just said
pretty
hello to a lovely group of One Show viewers, morning, this, that and the other. Then I continued to watch the second half of the movie, but unfortunately I didn't get my headphones into the laptop
In time, yeah.
And then booming out of the speakers came a very detailed description, James, of something that really should have kept between your character's mum and dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
anyway.
Awful. But what do your family make then of you playing these roles? Because it is pretty close to the knuckle at times, isn't it?
Yeah, they, I think they're mine are fine with it. I think that, I think oddly my mum's just proud that I'm got a job, whatever that
Fair
job may be.
Yeah, I think it really is that. I think my parents like the idea that I'm an actor, and that's it. There's like no further questions. Like they're kind of
Yeah.
and again, just pleased that I'm working. I suppose
course.
gainfully employed.
Well, let's see a clip then. Blake, you shine in this clip. Going travelling is all about making new friends, and this is a fine example. Here we go.
I'm Neil Sutherland as it goes.
Ben.
Is that your whole name?
No?
Oh.
Does it matter? It's Ben Thornton Wilde.
And James, you were just saying to us there that it's a real privilege for you to be here on The One Show because your children can watch this.
Exactly, yeah. I'd like to take the opportunity to say hello to Harrison and Jude, who'll be watching at home. They're not allowed to watch anything I do on television.
How old are they?
Should be kept that way.
They're 3 and 1.
Aw.
So do they just think you do endless One Shows?
They will do now.
This will be on loop in the house.
I'm just trying to impress them, really. I'm just sort of... Maybe they'll think I'm cool for 5 minutes.
Wouldn't have thought so.
No.
But the thing is, he was saying that when you do tell people, I'm married and I've got 2 kids, a little part of them dies because they want you to be that Inbetweeners character all the time, presumably.
They expect this sort of crazy teenage pervert. And, I'll, if anyone ever bumps into me, I will be doing something mundane, like walking to or from the dry cleaners or, refuelling my car. And I think people are disappointed when they meet me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
Sorry, guys.
Well, Simon, I mean, you've had an incredibly successful career in comedy, writing a sitcom with Joe and British Comedy Award, but your mum and dad would rather you be doing something a little bit different.
Yeah, I've actually got in trouble for saying that's the case before, so they've made me retract that.
OK.
I do think there is still an element of truth to it, personally. I had to trick them when I first moved to London. I was actually trying to establish myself in comedy, but they thought I was doing a master's degree. I did do the master's degree.
In what?
But I did a master's degree in philosophy, weirdly. But I sort of pretended to them that I was thinking about keeping it up and moving on into academia, all the while just trying to break into comedy.
Well, I'm sure they're incredibly proud of you now. That's for sure.
Absolutely. It's a very funny film. The Inbetweeners 2 is out on DVD and Blu-ray on the 1st of December.
OK, now, we think you're going to like this next little section because we're about to see a rare glimpse backstage of The One Show as 3 men of the cloth prepare to do a stand-up routine live here in the studio. So let's just have a little look at final pressure. Oh, lovely. OK. Ravi representing the Church of England. Let's ring the bell and raise our spirits.
So my name's Ravi Holy, and I was originally going to be a Pentecostal minister, but I switched to the Church of England because I didn't want to be known as Pastor Ravioli. One of the kids in my youth group came up to me the other day and said, if I ever win the lottery, I'm going to give half the money to you. I said, that's really kind of you, but why would you do that? He said, because my dad said you're the poorest preacher he's ever heard. and the other day, I was pulled over for speeding, and the policeman said to me, have you been drinking, sir? I said, only water, officer. He said, really? So why have you got a bottle of wine on your front seat? I said, I don't believe it! He's done it again!
All right then, boys.
Good effort, lads. Good effort.
You have seen the 3 acts. Simon, we are nominating you as head judge.
Oh, how could I possibly decide?
Well, go on, have a quick
first,
confab.
second or third. Have a little confab, go on.
I reckon.
Okay.
All strong, obviously.
All strong.
Just to a little.
Yes.
I mean,
We're going to have to hurry you.
Okay.
Good gun.
Dead
Good gun.
heat.
Good gun.
So I think
No.
We're taking it to deadlock.
Should we give it to Ravi because he likes the in-betweeners?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Ravi, it's yours. You see, it was all worth it.
Well, Ravi.
Good effort. Brilliant.
dear.
Now, Blake's taken on the role of Private Pike in the new Dad's Army film, a role made famous by Ian Lavender in the original series.
But as Dan Snow finds out, the real home guard was no laughing.
Well, Blake, there's been loads of press surrounding this new Dad's Army film,
Yeah.
hasn't there? We saw Ian Lavender in the
Yeah.
film there, and you're playing his character,
Pike,
Private Pike. How's it all going then?
Brilliant, yeah, it's been loads of fun to do, and obviously they've cast it brilliantly. I mean, there's some top legends. I didn't mean me.
Well,
With one exception.
Well, with one exception, yeah. That's going to be the first joke of the film is, Sir Michael Gambon, Sir Tom Courtney, Blake Harrison.
I wouldn't have thought you'd be third up, but...
But no, it's going brilliantly. It's really good fun, and yeah, obviously it's kind of an element of pressure taking on
guess
something that's
that's
so
the
loved.
thing,
but
yeah.
I hope we're going to do a really good job of it, and people hopefully will really enjoy it.
Do you know when it's going to be out, when it's all going to be finished?
I don't.
You don't
know.
yet?
I don't know. I think it's quite a way off yet because we're still filming it now. So
Okay,
yeah.
great. Is there much left for you to do?
Yeah, there's a little bit.
Oh,
I
good.
can't tell you what.
You've got quite a big role in Super. Now, we don't want to spoil the Inbetweeners film for anybody, but let's just say that Blake's character, Neil, has a rather unfortunate incident with a dolphin.
It makes me laugh thinking about it. Anyway, it's
Imagine being there, over 1,000 dolphins around
great
that boat.
sight, doesn't it? Before we go then, boys, the future for the Inbetweeners. Will we see more of you?
Unfortunately not. This is
No.
Why not?
It's down to the writers, really. So send them all your hate mail because they're in charge of what these guys do next and these characters. So we're very much up to them.
Yeah. You are getting a little bit old for the Inbetweener
All right.
age. Come on.
Why I order.
It's
Well,
brilliant
listen.
though while it lasted. Very, very good.
Simon,
very funny.
James, Joe, Blake, thank you so much for joining us this evening. The Inbetweeners 2 is out on DVD and Blu-ray on the 1st of December. Now, before we go, can you believe this? Maybe a bit early, but we've had our first Christmas card. This comes in from John Holmes. Shall I
Thanks,
stick it on the
John.
plasma?
Yeah, go on,
Stick it on the plasma.
Tomorrow I'll be here with Chris and DJ Driss, otherwise known as movie star Idris Elba.
Oh, it's fallen off.
Great evening. It's fallen off, Matt. Stick it
There we are.
properly. Bye.
See you later, everyone.